We want to have everyone come to the garden, which is located at the corner of Irwin and Needham Streets. It's one of the 3 sites that Community Gardens has. On those sites, various volunteers work together and they garden communally. So in this site, lots of education happens.
Bug eggs.
How did you find out that's what it was?
Because the lady over there told me.
It's very important for children to have an understanding of where their food comes from. What else is very important is for people to feel a part of supplying food for themselves. I think people maybe don't get enough of this on their own, and it's people like being able to eat food and share ideas with each other and garden with each other, but I think there's also a sense of people are getting back to this is how things used to be. People used to work on things together, communally, towards a common goal, and when you garden this way, you very much feel that.
You want to put it somewhere the bugs can live.
The Irwin Street Garden, this is only its 2nd year with Nanaimo Community Garden Society, and so they're looking for some hand tools, so shovels, rakes, that kind of stuff. And work parties are Tuesdays and Sundays from 11 to 2. So kids and elders and school groups and families, we want everyone to come.
Words with Mayor McKay.
A Toronto-based financial magazine called MoneySense has released its annual ranking on the best cities in which to live in Canada. Nanaimo has dropped 18 points. We rank 142nd now, and it's easy to guess, I think, why we've dropped, and it might not have anything to do with what's actually happening in this city. What's your response to that?
Well, number one, what do people in Toronto know about Nanaimo and what a good place to live actually looks like? So we have to remember that this thing increased a whole bunch this year. The number of cities that were participating in it.
I think it was 209.
It was 209 this year. It was up significantly from last. And when I look at some of the wild swings and shifts from other cities where they had 41-point differences from one year to the next, you think 18, you know, I've got no worries about that. I just got back from Edmonton. And everywhere I go and I talk to people from all across the country, you say you're from Nanaimo, they can't get over how lucky you are to live in such a great community.
We also have a little feature running in this edition of Go Island, talking to some cruise ship passengers, and they were thoroughly impressed with their experience in Nanaimo. What makes a city a good place to live?
A whole raft of things: employment opportunity, recreation, you know, what jobs are available, and the community itself. What's really interesting is that I hear people say over and over again that Nanaimo has all of the attributes of a big city, of the amenities of a big city, yet has a small town feel to it. People are friendly. People like to help each other out, that you don't get in the big cities.
Now, we're not perfect. Pretty darn close, but we're not perfect. What do you think are a couple of the key things that we need to do to make ourselves better as a community, and who is that for? Is it for the people who live here? Are we trying to impress the visitors? Can we separate the two?
One of the things that I've noticed when I look at, when I hear people talk about Nanaimo from their lens, is that they're very, very impressed. So I think we need to kind of change our own attitudes and start looking at what we really have. I wake up in the morning and think, oh my goodness, I can't believe that we live in such a beautiful place. I can't believe that we're such a great community. Why don't we see it? I think we need to start asking people that see us through a different set of eyes what they see. Maybe we might learn something from that.
And then some people, of course, it'll just never be good enough and their lens is permanently jaded.
What's interesting was I just got back from the Canadian Federation of Municipalities Conference. And in one of the surveys that was done across Canada, British Columbia was the highest ranked, and I find it really interesting that they came up with this number. Over 75% of the people in British Columbia say that they live in either the best place in Canada or in the best place on earth.
And we agree with that.
We certainly do.
Absolutely. Maybe the wind, a little bit high today.
Oh, I love the wind in Nanaimo. You know, it's funny because I came from Fraser Valley, and on a day like today when the air is calm and it's extremely hot, It's not like Nanaimo. Nanaimo's always got that prevailing wind. It's always got a fresh breeze. Oh, you could ask for better than that.
Perfect.
Skydiving is something that is on a lot of people's bucket lists.
Pretty good view of the island from up here, isn't it?
The closest thing I could probably describe it to is if you're riding your bicycle down the road at 120 miles an hour with no hands.
We thought it would be a really fun and interesting fundraiser for the team. The Angels Abreast Dragon Boat team is a team of breast cancer survivors and supporters. We've been able to come through and support each other in whether it's something good that's happening in our lives or something very difficult. It means a lot to have the group around.
Okay. You can also do
We have some friends that are on the Angels Abreast Dragon Boat team, and they were talking about how they need to do some fundraising this year, and we're getting going for the year, and we thought, you know, what a great opportunity to be able to help a great organization. My partner Allison, she's recently survived breast cancer as well, and so it's a charity that's near and dear to our heart. We take in a plane 10,000 feet above Qualicum Beach, and we jump out and we reach speeds of 120 miles an hour as we hurtle towards the ground and open up a parachute safely at 5,000 feet. And you get a ride under a canopy for about 5 minutes while we enjoy the beautiful views of the Georges Strait and Mount Arrowsmith and Qualicum Beach and just the whole area. It's, there's nothing like it. June 19th, 20th, and 21st is Jump for a Cure weekend here at Skydive Vancouver Island. We invite people to come out and do tandem skydives, and a percentage of the proceeds from the entire weekend will go towards the Angels Abreast Dragon Boat team to help them with some of the great initiatives that they do in our community.
As a Dragon Boat team, we have expenses in terms of entrance fees to festivals and equipment and things like that. So we do need to raise a little bit of money to keep our team going, and events like this are enormously helpful to us. If you're interested in coming out and jumping, it would be a good idea to phone ahead and book a time, because there's a little bit of arranging that needs to be done. But we'd love to have you come out just as spectators. There will be some hot dog sales and various things happening that day. It'll be a really fun weekend.
1, 2, 3. Angels!
Go Island presents Seconds with Clock.
So maybe we should go see if the door's open?
Absolutely, we should.
It's locked.
It's locked?
It's locked. No one's home.
Did you knock?
Yes, I knocked.
This has been Seconds with Clocked.
Hello, my name's Corey Parsons, and we're here today at the Nanaimo Disability Resource Center, located at 4166 Departure Bay Road. This nonprofit organization is very important to myself and persons living with disabilities here on Vancouver Island, as they offer essential resources, disabled parking permits, and even free computer classes to those living with disabilities. It's my pleasure to invite you to our 25th anniversary annual general meeting. It's going to be held at Bevan Park Social Center on June 23rd at 6 p.m. in room 8. We'll be treated to inspirational presentations from visually impaired, handsome, funny man Richard Harlow, and myself, published cookbook author and organic gardener Corey Parsons. Light refreshments will be made available, and we really hope you can join us in celebrating 25 years of supporting those living with disabilities here on Vancouver Island. For more information, please go to our website at ndrc.info. Hope to see you there.
Preparations are now underway for a celebratory feast here at the unveiling of the totem poles at Vancouver Island University. And I know we haven't shown you them yet. We haven't seen them yet, but don't worry, it's coming before the end of this edition of Go Island. There's another celebration taking place in the community of Parksville. The Community Carnival Day takes place on Saturday, June the 20th. It's a celebration for the Parksville Community Center Society, serving Parksville area for the past 15 years, and they're having a carnival, as I mentioned, on Saturday, June the 20th at the Parksville Community and Conference Center. It runs from 10 until 4. All kinds of community booths, activities for the family, kids, food, all kinds of stuff. June 20th, 10 to 4. Carnival Days at the Parksville Community and Conference Center. We're going to throw things over now once again to Kelly Robinson. There are some huge opportunities for young members of the Kennel Club.